Howdy, my name is Tyler Baldwin, and today I will be giving our video presentation on our horticulture project, which was creating a PowerPoint which describes the components of the plant cell. So this video complements that PowerPoint, and it is best viewed while you have the PowerPoint open so you can go back and forth and connect the two productions. So this project was done by myself, Joseph Cruz, and Cameron Wilson, and we each split the video up into thirds. So I'm the first section, and I'm going to start out by talking about the overall structure of the plant cell. So we got a rectangular shape with a bunch of structures inside, which are the organelles, and the rectangular shape is formed by the cell wall, as well as the plasma lamella, which is basically the plasma membrane, same thing. And in between all the organelles is the liquid portion called the cytosol. So the cell wall, each cell is surrounded by the cell wall on each side. The cells of a herbaceous tissue have only the primary cell wall and middle lamella, which are not very rigid. Most of the plant tissue we eat only has primary cell walls. When fruit ripen, lamella breaks down due to pectin digestion, thus the cells slip past each other and the tissue seems softer. The cellulose microfibrils in the primary cell wall are parallel, which allows the cell wall to expand as a cell grows. The cells of woody or wood-like tissue possess a secondary cell wall. In the secondary cell wall, cellulose microfibrils are crisscrossed and are impregnated with lignin, both of which make secondary cell walls very hard and rigid. Generally, only secondary xylem and sclerenchyma cells have secondary cell walls, all which are dead at maturity. So that's a quick explanation about the cell wall. So in addition, next, we're going to be talking about the plasma membrane, which is found directly inside the cell wall. This is just a selectively permeable layer which allows nutrients and other things to be released or taken in and held in. Selectively permeable means it opens and closes as it chooses to do so. Okay, so next we have the plasmodesmata, which is the communication system between each cell. Adjacent cells are connected by plasmodesmata, and that is how they communicate with each other. Okay, so next we got the cytoplasm, which is basically a soup of organelles surrounded by the selectively permeable plasma membrane. The plasmodesmata again connects the adjacent cells. The fluid portion of the cytoplasm is called the cytosol, and it contains dissolved nutrients, gases, sugars, and other carbohydrates. And pretty much all cell components essential for cell metabolism. These reactions occur in the cytosol or the organelles. Each organelle has specific metabolic functions, and those functions will be explained in the rest of the video. Thank you.
Every cell is filled with a liquid called cytosol. Inside that cytosol is every single organelle. Cytosol is like a juice of the plant cell, sort of. Inside of each plant cell, there's a nucleus. Now the nucleus is like the brain of the plant. Although I can't split my head open and show you what a brain looks like, I'm sure everyone knows. Another comparison you could make to the nucleus is it's kind of like a manager. The nucleus is the manager's office, while the nucleolus is the manager inside the office, controlling all the chromosomes. The mitochondrion is the powerhouse of the cell. This is the site of most of the cellular respiration. Of course, anyone that knows anything about biology knows that the mitochondria is very well known as the powerhouse of the cell. There's several different types of plastids. These include leucoplasts, chromoplasts, and chloroplasts. Leucoplasts are colorless and are made up of two groups called amyloplasts and elioplasts. Amyloplasts are for starch storage, while elioplasts are for fat and oil storage of the cell. Chromoplasts are colored plastids that store carotenoids, which are orange and yellow pigments, while chloroplasts store chlorophyll, which is green pigments. Endoplasmic reticulum is a series of tubes that travels throughout the cytoplasm. Within these tubes is the site of protein synthesis and membrane synthesis.
Ribosomes are responsible for protein synthesis that happens on the surface of the plant cell. It's like little dense balls of RNA that are located on the endoplasmic reticulum. The vacuole is sort of like a vacuum. It's storage for the cell, and it takes up like acids, salts, enzymes, etc. The Golgi body are like disc-shaped things on the plant cell. They're responsible for membrane and polysaccharide synthesis, and they're just basically responsible for transporting and packaging proteins and lipids. The microbody are also storage bodies inside of membranes. They basically break down fats, alcohols, amino acids. And then lastly, the microtubule are tubes that are like located inside of cell walls, and they primarily support and shape the cell, basically. And